Hey everybody and everyone, Bubbles here. Today's video is going to be a little different, as today, February 2nd, 2023, is actually the second anniversary of the first video I ever uploaded to this channel. And I think that's worth celebrating. So, how am I going to do that? With this video, No Delay Spain, the video that wasn't. This video has quite a funny story. So when I recorded this run, I did have thoughts at the back of my mind that I could do a better run. But I was also like, would it make that much of a difference? I'll just put the video out. But these thoughts kept growing and growing and growing in my head that I decided, sure, why not, I'll have another go. And that run actually became the video you guys now know as Republican Spain Victory before 1937. The problem, however, was that this first run was pretty much fully edited by the time I made the switch. It only had a few bits of audio I needed to do. But I thought, why not? With the anniversary coming up, I may as well finally finish it. And it could be interesting, because the runs, despite sharing quite a lot of similarities, are quite a lot different. I think you guys will at the very least find it interesting to notice these differences. So, let's get started. Hello everybody, Bubbles S here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Now, I've done many Spain runs on this channel, so much so that people even call me the Spanish Civil War King, but most of the time, it feels like we're doing the same video again and again and again. We start the game, we delay the Civil War as much as we can throughout 1936, and we start it in January 1937. So in today's video, we are going to do something a little different. We, as Republican Spain, will not be delaying the Civil War in any way. So, let's do the Popular Front, and get started. Now we have to choose, which Guardia are we going to control, the Assalto or the Civil? Well, if any of you have watched this channel before, you know which one I'm going to go for, the Civil. More units, more stab. Them being poorly trained is not a downside due to unplanned offensive, and considering the fact we're going to have less units than normal, the extra units are welcome. And here's the Spanish election of 1936. As I said, we're going to do nothing to delay the Civil War. No concessions to the left, no reassignments, no arrests. Nothing. We're even going to allow the Nationalists to do all their state expansions, and we're not going to do any ticks of our own. Kind of annoying that I can't do that though, because look what the Nationalists are doing for their first decisions. They're going to get Vicente Royo Loch on their side, which is the Republicans' best general. Oh well, we can win without him, it's just unfortunate. Well, I stand corrected, I just hired a spy and look, it's changed over to Irina Kuna. Once they've gotten her loyalty, I'll fire her and get a new spy. I can do that. That doesn't delay the Civil War in any way. The Nationalists will want to control these southern states, Extremadura, Sevilla, and Cordoba. They might do some other ticks elsewhere, but that's generally what their AI will go for. Anyway, now let's train the Union youth. This is the only other focus we can do before the Civil War starts. Right, who will be our new and improved spy? You'll do. If I was ever on Fear Factor, this is probably what it'd look like. I really want to do all the decisions, but I can't. I know it's going to be cancelled, but I am going to start the weapon caches. Right, when this Prima de Rivera speech is done, the Civil War will start. I've gotten pretty lucky. The only other tick the Nationalists did was in Valencia of all places. And they won't get this other one in time. Huh, that's funny. The military plot has just gone into the negative. The military is now running late. However, it has begun. You know what, today, let's do the Republic. Next up, we need a new focus. Let's strengthen the North Guard. We need to hold the North as much as we can. Because this state is included in Consolidate the North. If the Nationalists don't complete this focus, the Carlists will rise up, and that will give us a lot of help. So, these 12 divisions, something like this, and we'll give them, you'll do, an ambusher. They need to hold for as much as they can. We have 38 other divisions. Okay, pretty good. Let's put them on the front. They need a field marshal, Vicente Royo Loch, classic. And Jose Jacinto, and Antonio. Perfect. Now you might think what we're going to do at this point is to hold down and wait for us to get strength. Nope, we're not. We're going to go on the offensive. Republican Spain is really good for going on the offensive, especially at a time like this. We just need to go, go, go. So these units get going. These units try and snipe Cordoba, try and cut it off. Any gap we have, we must take advantage of it right now. Obviously you need to pin this unit right here, but we can probably encircle Zaragoza here. This unit try and move into the north and so on. We will, however, though, do some naval invasions. One unit will go to the Balearic Islands, and one unit will go to Ceuta. Unfortunately, due to Nationalist control of Seville, we can't naval invade the north today, but that's okay. There we go, let's just put this tiny naval on strike force. Next up, let's just assign the air force to that general. He'll do. And have the naval bombers do naval bombing stuff. Now our spies, the loyal ones, go into Burgos and begin to break their cipher. 200 days, good. Also just going to move some of these units down as quickly as possible. It's still a pretty regular Republican Spain start, it's just with a lot less states and a lot less units. Let's take the speed down slightly and let's do this. We've got a lot to do. Before I forget though, we have some stockpile left. How many units can we afford? Looks like 9. Alright. More units? Perfect. We'll deploy them as soon as possible. This is going to be hard, but fun. Let's hire a silent workforce, and finally, begin. You've got to remember also, the Nationalists have to cover all of our fronts and they have brand new units, so they're going to be scrambling for the next few weeks as well. We can't let them get the advantage. And yes, I'll definitely take your volunteers today, Stalin. Okay, there's a unit in Cordoba, that's annoying, but that's okay. I could just tell that unit to leave and encircle it later. Already about to encircle that one. That unit wants to pin. Nope, we don't do pins anymore. Tell that unit to leave and retreat into an enemy tile. And perfect, we've now cut off the Nationalists a little bit. This will confuse the AI as well, because the only way to get here now is over the water. Funny enough, I might be able to be more useful on that. Go convoy raiding. Maybe we can find some guys. Okay, the front lines are solidified. Not been the perfect start, but okay, we need to do some offensives. Cordoba or Seville seem like good options. Let's see what the Nationalists do first. Pasfascal, alright. I feel like Cordoba is our best bet at the moment. Oh, look, there's another gap we can close and create another encirclement. Maybe I should have done Extremada instead. There's quite a few units here now. Hoi4 AI really thinking I'm going to listen to pins in this day and age. Meanwhile, the north looks something like this. Pretty good. Just going to close off Zaragoza. Can I walk onto Valladolid? Interesting. There you go, 6 extra divisions. The thing is, if we send them the other way, they'd have to go through the Suez. So for now, they'll have to be in the north. Now, new leadership. There you go, there's our 9 extra divisions. Perfect. We'll assign them to the south, as that's the bit I want to flush out first. Okay, this is so weird. We can begin to walk on Valladolid and Burgos. That doesn't make sense. We shouldn't be able to do that at this time. See, another encirclement we can do. Although that is not the one I had in mind. And I got Burgos. I should not be saying that at this time. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that a lot, but I have played so much of this, I know what should and shouldn't be happening. And I even managed to get Cordoba through retreating. How peculiar. Even taking Salamanca. I think the Nationalists have way too many units down south. And a 2-unit encirclement. Nice. A pin? No, 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 no. Just retreat and leave. And retake Valladolid. Why is this the pin that's happening? And this unit, begin to walk on Seville. The only way they're getting supply down here is because of the supply hub down here and the naval base here. If they cut that off, all these units will have a lot of attrition. Okay, managed to cut all these units off, and when we take Cadets, so is their supply. So many little encirclements right now. 4, 2, I'm going to say 4 again, probably 2. Can also probably create another one if I do this. Somehow I've managed to take Leon. And take Burgos for the second time. As you can see, the Nationalists are really distracted by Pasfascal. They want to take it, they know they have to do it. That probably explains half of what they're doing, actually. There are new people in charge, and now let's debate the future of the Republic. That's the end of our first offensive. What should we do for our next one? Again, I'm going to wait to see what the Nationalists do. They chose Burgos. That's going to be interesting. I think we should do Extromeda. Look, there are so many divisions encircled there. 150 political power. Let's hire one Negrin. I'm going to go for a crazy run to Acaronia. Somehow I feel like I'm actually going to be able to make it. And also Leon and Oviedo. I didn't notice. There are 5 divisions encircled in Valaladroid. Jesus. Also, we managed to take Port Cadiz, which is perfect. We can now name and invade the Canary Islands. They're one of our cores, so more victory points. What on earth is going on? We're about to take La Coruña and Oviedo. It doesn't make sense. We're going to assign some units to defend those big VPs. Who breaks first, Burgos or this unit? Should be this unit. Force attack. If it comes to it, I will do a last stand on this unit. And it looks like I'm going to have to. Saved just in time. I just want to say, this is what this looks like by the end of 1938. We're almost done. This is not right. Future of the Republic done, and now it's reaffirmed the Popular Front strategy. Seems to be working so far. Oh, bloody Portuguese volunteers spawned here, because of course they did. Of course they did. It's the nationalist capital at this point. Oh yes, all of these units are now encircled now that I remember it. There's no supply hub that the nationalists control up here. But it's pretty obvious where our next offense is going to have to be, isn't it? Seville. We have to break this tile. 10 victory points. Anyway, we're from the Popular Front strategy, and we have the Nationalist Spain cipher. Perfect. Now at this point, the anarchists are 47 days away, and I would probably do something like anti-fascist unity. But I think we might not need to do that, so let's enlist the Carabineros instead. But if you're in the situation and not about to win, yeah, I'd take anti-fascist unity. Right, we're beginning to break Seville. Come on. Just the Portuguese left. And that will do it. Oh my word. I can't believe I'm saying this. We've won. By March 3rd, 1937. A March 3rd, 1937 in a regular run would be pretty good. But in this context, it's insane. I don't know how to feel about this. Winning this quickly is mad. I guess there's no time to think. We still got those anarchists on the way. Let's win this as quickly as possible. Of course, I could do something like Crush the Revolution if I wanted an extra attack bonus, but it's not that important. We'll win one way or another. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit flabbergasted. I don't know how to feel about this right now. Like, I've done a few practice games of this, but this game right here that I've just done, this is the fastest I've ever been able to do this like that. And if we'd gotten lucky, or if we had done the offensive into Seville, we probably could have finished before 1937. I honestly believe that now. Anyway, Bubbles, come on, get a grip, ensure loyalty, more stab. And here are the Carabineros. They're okay, I suppose. Fodder would also be a fitting description for them. And hello, anarchists! That's a weird spawn for you guys, but okay. I want to defeat these guys as soon as possible, so let's get going. Obviously gonna do a frontal attack, but I'm also gonna do a naval invasion as well. Let's try and naval invade Barcelona. They should defend it, but I think we can at least get in a little bit. There we go, we're going to send 6 of these brigades to do it. The rest of them, front attack. And welcome back, Soviets. So their first offensive is in Guadalajara. We're still preparing an offensive, so annoyingly nothing we can do. Still though, work to do. Keep moving. Probably go for an encirclement on Burgos because there is an offensive there. Gonna try and cut the anarchists off in the mountains. So retreat and head north. And we took Barcelona without problems. Nice job. Nice job, guys. You shouldn't have done that. Well, that went so well. We've even managed to link up. Our next offensive has to be Valencia. It's their capital and largest victory point left. We are so close, but thanks to death before surrender, we still got to nab some tiles. Tiles are worth half a victory point, so we've got to grab them. Does that do it? Nope. Oh, I know what would have done it. We didn't take Genora. And done. Republican victory by 30th of May 1937. Of course now we lose quite a lot of cores, but that's okay. And we're quite ahead of our focus tree. Normally at this point we'd only be doing something like New Leadership or Future of the Republic, or like the Stalinist Doctrine if we were going that way. I'm at a real loss with this, and in a good way too, because this was really useful. We're very far ahead of where we should be at this point if we did the prep. At this point I'm genuinely going to have to ask the question if the prep is worth doing now. Because I don't know. The only angle I could maybe see it is with the anarchists, because we were running kind of tight on the spawn of them. But even then, the anarchists have the maximum concession, which will probably buy you enough time. The Republicans also have anti-fascist unity, which I said I was going to do, and I expected to do. The way I see it, I think the new meta for Spain could be not doing the prep, starting the Civil War as soon as possible, defeating the Nationalists by early 1937, and then just doing Lend-Lease scams on the anarchists until you get everything you need. Honestly, I'm not too sure on this one, and I really want your guys' thoughts on this one. What do you think of this? I know I did some things like the retreat thing to get into extra tiles and stuff, but that's a thing that we seem to be allowed to do. Everyone does it as far as I know. Hell, I learnt that from the Spanish Civil War. But anyway, I've been rambling at this point. Let me know what you think about this. I think this is a pretty big change for Spain and could have some interesting implications for future videos. However, until next time everybody, I thank you for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to leave any of your suggestions in the comments below for future video ideas. I'm always looking for them. However, until we meet again, from me, Bubble Zest, the Spanish Civil War King, goodbye.